Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on the purchase of your Highland Ridge, Mesa Ridge Light 281 bunkhouse travel trailer. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite and a few things taken into consideration when you're parking. On your campsite, I want you to leave plenty of room for this awning. On your off campsite, you're going to have a slide. But more importantly, I want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. They're going to be all the way at the rear of your unit on your off camp side or your driver's side of your tow vehicle, your power and your water docking station. So park accordingly so you utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, unhook our hitch. First thing we do is level our unit. Your unit comes with a power tongue jack, night docking light should you arrive at night. Simply retract to lower, extend to raise. Now should you lose power, up underneath this rubber stopper right here, you can take your hand crank from stabilizing jacks, put that on there and get this up and down should you not have power. Speaking of power, check your battery posts now and then, make sure them have a wiggle loose going down the road. Once we got our unit level, we will stabilize it by taking the same hand crank or a 3/4 inch impact driver or drill gun. Stick that on there and start running this down. I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop in the summer. Remember, our unit's already level, so we're only going to run these down just until they're taut. If you're using your hand crank, just until you've got some resistance on it. And if you're using a drill gun, slow down at the bottom and just bring it down until it's taut. Get our unit nice and level and stable, and we can hook up our power and water. Then coming around your off camp side of the unit, got a 30-foot 30 amp cord, plugs in here on the side. The way these go on now is they come in at about 10 o'clock here, then turn it to the right, push it in, turn it to the right to lock it in, and then use this black washer to lock that on. Now at the end of that 30 amp service, should you need to plug into a 110 in your convenience pack, will be a 30 to 15 amp reducer. Got your power hooked up. Let's hook up our water. At the rear here, I'll show you on the outside. It's going to say docking station. Bring this up. Put that little flap down, that'll hold that open for you. You can also open these if you want to run your hoses out through these and close this door. For the campsites, we're going to fill up at city water connection. As you see down here is city, and we want our blue switch pointing down for city. Then we're going to grab our water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting lines in unit. Don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites, so always use this. Hook that up, hook up your hose. Don't turn your hose on yet. We got one more step. Let's go find your hot water heater. So over here, just to the right of your entry doorway. And all we're doing at this point is making sure our drain plug's back in. Get that back on there nice and snug. Once that's on there tight, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. After that hose has been on for a few minutes, it should go up inside the unit and open up your slide. Control panel is going to be right here on the right. Slide in and out. Simply hit out. Of course, you got to make sure you have plenty of room out there. The reason we're opening up the slide is I'm going to need you to get in here to all of your water taps. Kitchen sink, bathroom sink, shower. Open up your water taps. Get a nice steady flow of water going through them. Get all the air out of their lines. Then shut them off. Let you hear this on the slide real quick. That little noise is just the slide mechanism saying I'm already out. So go ahead and stop. Alright, so we got all the air out of the lines. You can come out to your hot water heater. Excuse me, I forgot one more step here. Come to your hot water heater and lift up on this pressure release valve while you're filling this with water. If water comes up out of there, you know your hot water heater's full and you can turn that on from indoors. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water. We're going to go dry camping, boondocking as they say. In that case, we're going to fill up in the same place, except we're going to take our blue line and turn it to the left. Now what we're doing is they're filling our tank. Fill it in the same spot. What I want you to do is I want you to go inside and watch the level of your fresh tank filling. Once it shows that tank is full, go ahead and remove your hose. And then whenever you want to utilize this water, you'll turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked to just city water. That's already pressurized. All right, we're all set with power and water. I'm gonna go ahead and walk you around the rest of the outside, continuing here in the docking station. You have a hot and cold shower here. Quick connect, spray port will connect there. Cable or satellite connection. This is your tank flush. We'll talk about that when we dump our black and gray tanks down here. Again, tank fill or city, and there's where our city and fill water go in. Again, black and gray tanks. Coming around the rear of the unit, you got a spare tire. I recommend getting a cover for that. That'll keep that from dry rotting in the sun for you, on you. You prep for a backup camera. You also have a ladder to go up there and check the seams of your roof. Utilize this, go up there a couple times a year, check the seams, caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. Coming over to the campsite now, I will show you on your awning, you do have a pitch adjust. Simply pull down on this, and that will tilt your awning away. Coming over to this side, got our big outdoor kitchen. So we had a quick connect LP. Oh, here it is. There's your spray port connect. And all you have to do is pull this out and lift this up. When you lift that up, that turns on your gas. You can't close this with your gas on, so leave that up. Of course, to close, you have to shut your gas off to close this. Continue down your campsite. Begin our hot water heater. There's access to your fridge. Flue for your furnace. Couple things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked, and two, if you are running your furnace, steer clear of that. It does get hot. They also make bug guards for those you can put over them. Couple outdoor speakers. Got a vent for your microwave. Couple of 110s out here. Pitch adjust on this end as well on your awning. This hole here, you can take your hand crank and get in there and manually bring in your slide if you need to. Up front, you got some lighting. Pass-through storage with all of your hitch work. There is a 3/4 inch socket there in case you do want to use a drill gun on your leveling system. The propane does come with a cover. It's on a regulator. Lefty loosey to open. You'll switch from red to green, meaning you've got gas. Again, check your battery post now and then. Make sure nothing's wiggled loose. And lastly, we got a docking light up here for up front. Well, covers everything out here. So take a look on the inside. All right, coming up beside your unit, immediately to our right up top is going to be our control panel. Here you can check the level of your brand new battery, fresh, black, and 2 gray tanks. This freshwater button is the one I said to hold down when filling your potable water, so you know when that's full. Here's where you turn on your water pump. Here's where you turn on your water heater if hooked to gas. Your water heater if hooked to electric, picked correctly, does make a difference. Lighting, awning light outside, interior lights. Awning, extend and retract on your awning. You only want to extend that until you can see your brown bar. The white flat falls down to 90 degrees. You hold that extend button down, that will continue to run itself out and start to run itself up backwards onto itself. So keep an eye on it when you run it out. Only run it out as far as you need to. As I run that back in here, over to the left is going to be our slide control, which we've already ran out. You do have to have a battery connection in order for that slide control to work. Run that back in. I'll shut off my awning lights. Then I would tell you on your door that slam locks work best when gently slammed. Coming up inside the unit, we got our Insignia TV. When you arrive at the campsite, you're going to want to go through and run a digital channel scan for your local channels. That'll help you pick up the channels where you're at. Sound system down here. AM, FM, Bluetooth, radio, dual zone, zone indoors or outdoors. Really cool sound system here. Coming in here over to our fridge. Turn that on. So over here we've got auto, plug, electric, or gas. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electric. As soon as you unplug, you'll turn to gas. Of course, if you switch to strictly gas, you have to keep an eye on your propane. Over here, 1 through 5, 5 being the coldest. Over here to our microwave. Let's see. Start that. Stop that. You've got a light and a fan and your cooktop here. This is your glass top. It makes an excellent backsplash. Just flip that up like so. Turn on your panel light. Turn this to light. Hit your spark. There's your flame. All three of those do the same. Oven. Same thing. Turn it to light. Hit that spark. That will light your pilot light. No need to get in there and light it yourself anymore. Rock that panel light down for an oven light. Blow your oven. Breaker box and fuses. A few 15s in there. I recommend having some of those with you when you go out camping. Up here in the corner of your kitchen, you got your 110 with your GFCI reset. Bedroom lighting out here in the hall. And our thermostat. Go through here. Turn that on. We will go to, let's go all the way through to cool. Get your AC going. Turn that down. Hear that. There it goes. Quick dump on that. Alright, shut our AC off. Bring this all the way around. Just hold it in. That will shut it off. Generally, these ACs shut off quickly. There we go. Now I'm going to go in, hold that in again for a couple seconds. That'll turn it on. And I'm going to go to your heat. That's Fahrenheit 71. That should kick on. What you will notice, can't get it up so it'll kick on here. What you will notice that when it shuts off, it takes a few minutes. There it goes. It takes a few minutes for the fan on the furnace to cycle through and shut off compared to the AC. Heading back in for our bedroom. Down the hallway here in the corner is your 12 volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mention that's 12 volt, always running off your battery. So if you are out dry camping, nothing plugged in, charging your battery, no solar panels, disconnect the battery to keep this running your battery down if you're going to be gone for the day. In our bedroom, I do want to mention you want to have this door snapped open for travel. TV backer on the wall where it's marked. More individual lighting up in here. 110s and charging ports. And a little bit of storage underneath your bed. Heading back out into our kitchen. Dinette. We can take and lift this top up, remove those legs, put your top on these pieces here, put a couple back cushions on top, and that'll give you a whole nother sleeping quarters. Speaking of sleeping quarters, you've got another trifold sofa over here. Take off a Velcro back sofas or cushions. What you're going to want to do is grab this in the middle. Lift it up, hold it out towards you, lay the back down. Just that quickly, you've got a bed. Reversing the process. Make sure you put the back up first, otherwise you will damage your sofa. Lift the middle, fold your legs in, jackknife this down. Smoke alarm here in the ceiling. Have a hand crank open vent here. Light in here, another 110. You got a little plumbing to maintain in your bathroom. There's an access panel to it. Keep an eye on things, make sure nothing's wiggled loose over time. Also have a hand crank open. Power exhaust vent in here. There it goes. Covers everything in here. Okay, and that about covers the unit. Let's act like we're leaving and close the unit up. First thing I like to do is shut off my interior lights, because then I can walk through and see interior lights that need to be shut off by hand. Once I've got all this accent lighting off, come back to my control panel, turn on the main lights, and say doors and drawers. Walk through your unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed, nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. Right up here and hit in. Once that's in, shut off our interior lights, exit the unit. Most important thing on these steps is to make sure your exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise this piece will catch on it going in or out. You also have adjustable feet. Simply pull on these and that will release your leg to go up and down. If that's in, pull that back and lock that in there. Lift that up over your door. Alright, if we're out dry camping, we're going to dump our low point drain right there for our fresh water. Bring up our stabilizing jacks and head on home or to the nearest dump station, whatever you're in need of. If we're at a campsite, we're going to unhook our power, our water, our cable, hook up our hitch, and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump is going to be almost at the very rear of the unit on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Got 10-foot hose, comes with your convenience pack. Hook that up, put the other end in your dump station, and pull that black handle. That's going to be your sewage. Once it sounds like that's no longer draining, go inside and check the level of your black tank. If it shows it's empty, come on back out here, leave that black handle open, grab the hose at the dump station, hook it up to this dump, go to this flush, turn that on for a good 5 minutes, and wash your black tank out. When that's done, remove that hose, make sure all the washout you just put in there has drained. When it has, close that and pull one of the two of your grays. There's going to be cleaner waters, your sinks, your showers. When one is done, go ahead and close that and pull the other. Again, cleaner waters, that'll clean your sewage hose out for you. When that second one's done, go ahead and close that. Take your sewage hose, remove it, and conveniently and sanitarily store it right here in your bumper. Now if you are out done camping for the season, or if it's going to be a while before you camp again, you don't want to leave a lot of hot water, stagnant water in your hot water heater. Come on over here, lift up on this pressure release valve. Now be careful, it's going to be hot water coming out of there. When you're done, push that back down so your door can close, and then you can pull your drain for your residual hot water and head on home. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Mesa Ridge for many years to come. Happy camping.